Welcome to the third video on getting started with SMath Studio, in which we're going to talk about the insert menu specifically and the use of this menu for inserting matrices, functions, operators, units, and fields. We're going to start utilizing a SMath Studio file that we have right here. We're going to increase the size by 25% and open this collapsible area. The insert menu, as you can see, there has many items, and we're going to discuss 5 of them only at this point. To insert a matrix, what you have to do is click somewhere in an empty space in the worksheet and select the matrix input. That opens up this form where by default you get a matrix of 3 rows with 3 columns. Suppose that we do that. Suppose that we insert a matrix of 3 by 3. And we want to fill it up with numbers. It's very easy, actually. You enter the number, for example, 2. Use the right arrow key to move to the next space. And let's say we entered a -5 in there again, -5. In that case, you need to press the arrow key twice before we move to the next item. And then you put, again, to the right to enter the next value. If you put a negative value, you have to press the arrow key twice. And then let's put another negative value here, -8. Twice to the right. Let's put a 5 in there. Let's put a 3. And let's put a 1. And that way we have entered a 3 by 3 matrix. We could have entered this into a variable and say something like uppercase A. Use the column operator that produces an assignment. And then we could select this. Do Control X to cut, click on the red placeholder and do Control Z to stop that operation. Click in there and do Control V. And that way we have defined that matrix A. Okay. Now, that's the case for the first entry in the insert menu. The second one is inserting a predefined function. When you do that, insert a predefined function, it opens up a collection of functions, and in there you have different categories of functions, and for every function that you select, or every category that you select, you're going to list functions available here, and it will tell you how many you have available. For example, for the hyperbolic function, you have a total of 10 functions. And suppose that we want to calculate the hyperbolic function here. We're going to do a cancel here. We're going to click in there, and then we're going to go to insert function, do hyperbolic, and let's say we want to calculate the hyperbolic cosine. Press insert. It tells you here in the example how you're going to call the function, and then it tells you that you can use a complex number as a argument. And we're going to use a real number here, like 3.5 or 3 factor 3.5, and then use the equal sign, and it gives you that value. I'm going to also, if you know the name of the function, you can just type it, and I'm going to enter a 5 times I. That's a complex number, and then take the equal sign, gives me a complex result. So that's the second entry here, the define a predefined function. Number 3 is insert an operator. If we click in here and go insert operator, well, what you get is a bunch of booleans and so on, addition, subtraction, plus, minus, cross product, factorial. We're going to learn ways to insert this in a separate way that's more efficient rather than using this. For example, if we click on this button, which is the side panels, and we want to use the boolean equal sign, we just get it there, like boolean less than, and so on. It's an easier way than trying to use the insert operator. So skip that one. Insert units. Insert units, it's the way to activate the unit definitions, and we have a number of dimensional properties listed in here, and then the corresponding units. Here, the default selection here is the all functions. All the units are presented in here. But if you want to look, for example, for electric capacitance, then you have farad, microfarad, and so on. And if you want to, let me do a cancel. You're going to enter a value here and say the capacitance C colon 3.5 microfarads, then you're going to go for insert unit capacitance microfarad insert. Notice then when you enter a unit, the characters representing the unit are shown in blue. That helps you identify what is a unit, as different from any other entry, which is given in the black color. All right, so that's the item related to inserting units. And then the number 5, insert field for page formatting and printing. I'm going to click over here, and then I'm going to go insert field. And so there is a number of fields available, like the current date, the current time, a number of pages. So this is mostly done for the header and footer. So if you want to insert the current date where the selection is, you say insert, and it tells you the current date and so on. This is available, but it's not used very often. And then with that, we'll conclude the presentation for the use of the insert menu regarding matrices, functions, operators, units, and fields.